How to be productive is a very big question, but I will ask you the question. What are the things that makes you more productive? Pause the video and think for a moment. Hi, this is Architect Sivaram. Hope you're doing great. And when I just came across this question, like people asking me, how are you so productive? I'll be like, okay, thank you, I'm productive. And they ask me, how should I be more productive like you? And I'm like, why are you asking me this question even? See, if you want to go out somewhere, if you want to go on a long bike ride, or if you want to go for a hill station, if you want to go to some destination, or if you want to go to eat some good food in a good restaurant, will you think about being productive in that? If you are waking up at 7 a.m. every day, you will wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. that day, and you'll be so interested and you'll be very eager about the trip that you're gonna undertake. Let's say if you're going somewhere to a hill station. So that's what you do. So what is the thing that is missing here? Same with the work. You don't separate your work and your involvement with anything, Let's say if you want to go on a trip or whatever activities that you're doing, that is also an action. The work that you're doing, the studies that you're doing, the food that you're gonna eat with a lot of interest, and anything that you do, all these things are actions, to be honest. You don't separate work and this. That's your whole problem. You're just separating this whole thing. It's not like that. This is like this. If you separate this whole thing, if you separate your work and if you separate your personal life, it's not about, okay, they are different, I agree. You are creating very less involvement with your work. That's the only problem. If you want to go out on a trip, you're so involved with it. That's why you are just very much at it. You are just on. If your sleep schedule, everything changes and you're just on. Even if you didn't sleep, even if you just sleep for 3 hours, you are just so active. But even if you sleep for 8 hours and you go to work, by half the day, even before lunch, you'll be like slogging. That's because you're not showing that involvement that you do with anything that is around you. You're not doing it. Personally, I studied architecture and I'm an architect and I'm practicing and I work in a firm. Before that, I was actually studying and I complete my work a few days before the deadline, and sometimes I just even do it a month ago. I just did it 1.5 months before the deadline, and people were like, how did this guy finish this? And that's because it was not a very difficult thing for me, because I'm just so involved with whatever that I'm doing, when I'm designing, when I'm drafting, when I'm modeling, whatever that I'm doing. I was just so involved with that work. It was not a work for me. Yes, there were like a lot of sleepless nights and all these things, but I enjoyed the whole process. If I look back at my architecture education, I just feel so happy that I just look back at it. Oh my God, did I go through all that? And the most important thing is, I didn't have any moment of resentment in the work that I was doing. I was just doing it joyfully. Yeah, at times I just felt irritated, like, if you know about the architecture education, there are a lot of things that you do, especially while doing physical models. I'm just sitting on the floor and bending over and cutting the pieces. Those times back hurts a little bit. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm just cutting these things. But still I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this process. And yeah, it was a really great experience. So that made me more productive. I don't sit and work at the last time. So whenever the work is there, just go enjoy the work and do it joyfully. Same is happening at the office. I just go there and see what is the best that I can offer to them. That's how I see my work. Because in that process I learn a lot. Same for you. If you're studying, or let's say if you're going to an office, go there and see what is the best that you can offer there. You're getting paid, obviously. So don't try to slog. I'm telling you again, in yoga we see things like this. Whatever that you're doing, the actions that you're performing is karma. When you perform an action, two things can happen. One thing, you can become free from it. Second thing, you can get entangled into it. These are the two things that you can actually get by performing an action. So these are the two outcomes. It could be any action. It could be eating, it could be sleeping, it could be working, it could be singing, dancing, anything. It doesn't matter, whatever the work it is. It could be physical work, it could be mental work, it could be psychological imagination, it could be anything, any action. These two outcomes depends on just only one thing. Let's see, we just take simple example. You're going to the office in the morning. You'll be just so energized in the morning. But by the afternoon, you are just half dead. And by the evening, you're just full dead. You just come home, jump into the bed, watch some reels, sleep. That's all the energy that you have. But when I go to office, I go in the morning fully recharged, and in the evening when I come out of the office, I'll be just jumping around and running around to the gate, and I'll come down. That's how energetically I am, because of just one thing. I'm just so involved. My involvement with that activity that I'm doing is 100%. So the activity is liberating for me. It's not entangling me. The action that I'm doing, the karma that I'm performing, is more and more invigorating. So by the evening, I'm just even more energetic. Oh my god, let's do something. And I just do a lot of things. I just go hit the gym and record this video and edit it after, all these things. So that's the thing. But if I had shown a little bit of hesitancy, and if I'm just lethargic, why should I do this work? Why should I do that? If I'm like that, it will entangle me. So we see it like this. If you perform an action with full involvement, you get karma yoga. And if you perform it without any involvement or for the sake of doing things, only karma remains. That's the whole point. So anyway, even if you do it willingly or unwillingly, anyway you have to go to your office, anyway you have to do the work. Why get entangled and suffer? Just do it with more involvement for yourself, because it's your life. Whatever the time that you're spending 8 hours or 9 hours in the office, it's actually your life. You are living your life. You're working for somebody. Why should you slog and waste your time? You just do it with full involvement and get energized and invigorated, so that work is just amazing for you. Right? So that's about your productivity in your hand. It's just one thing, involvement. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for today's video. And like the video, share it to your friends, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.